Move this out the way. Got all the laundry up. All right. We go check. I don't care for real. Let me just make sure everything's set up because last time I did bad on the live. Not gonna lie, it's good. You're good. Okay. I didn't have it set up. So we're just gonna make sure that we Gucci this time. Make sure my screen is sharing. For those of you that don't know, it's your boy Shaq, aka Shaq Stacks. We're gonna be trading NQ and GC. This Asia session. Don't mind me, y'all. I am a little tired, not gonna lie, because I was at the parade this morning. Got up mad early to go to the Knicks parade. And we had a time, y'all. We had a time for real. I went with some fam, girl, friends. It was a good time for real. Let me go ahead and just get my screen up. Let's make sure that it's sharing this time, because last time I said we did bad. All right, so my screen is sharing. Y'all should be able to see my screen. Let me go send the link out real quick before I get started. But how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? Hopefully everybody's good. Hope you're feeling blessed and highly favored like me. I had a good week, y'all. Like, I'm not even talking about like trading or anything like that. I just had a good week in general. And, you know, I'm just feeling blessed, man. Feeling very blessed. God has been doing his thing. Cannot complain. Just give me 1 second. Make sure I get this out. Before we get started, go ahead, get comfortable. If you already have an account, go ahead and get your account set up already. If you don't have an account and you're just curious about what's going on, then, you know, stay tuned. Vibe out, see what it is that I do. You know, I've created a system that has been beneficial to me in my life, and I'm just happy to share it with the world. Clearly, I'm live on YouTube right now, and you know, I'm just sharing everything pretty much. I'm trading 2 funded accounts on Apex right now. I've been documenting my journey basically from the start of this YouTube of getting this account or these accounts passed on the evaluations to now, you know, I did a payout. What was it, last week? And now we're just gonna keep running this, funding it up until we can't no more, until we get to, 20. I'm gonna show it all live, and you can follow along with my journey. You can make money with me. Yeah, man. Like I say on every stream, I'm no guru. I'm here to just show you how to make some extra cash by following some simple steps. And if you're good at following steps, then you should be fine. You should be fine. The stuff is not difficult. It's not hard at all. But if you do have any questions, feel free to go to the Discord. The link is in my bio for the YouTube. I mean, for the Discord. Obviously on YouTube, and y'all get what I'm saying, right? The link for my Discord is in the bio of YouTube, right? Just click on that. It's free. I got some free information in there. And like I tell everybody, if you need help, just go to the welcome tab. If you still don't know what you're doing, feel free to contact me, and we'll set up something where I can help you get started. I'll help you create your accounts. Um, and then basically just go over some basic things that you need to know as far as what trading is, what you're doing, and yeah. If we get to that point, then you probably have my number personally. I am not going to hit you up on Discord and randomly ask you, certain things about your week and all that stuff like that. So if you see any of those, go ahead, block, and report. But if you do hit me up on the Discord, and I contact you, then we'll make moves from there. So don't get like fooled by some of the scammers out there that use my name, because I'm starting to see people tell me about it now. So I am going to be eating while we're on this, but so don't mind me. Anyway, right now we're going to be looking at NQ. We're going to get right to it. Oh wow, that actually didn't go down too well. All right, right now we're going to be looking at NQ. I'm not going to sit here and say that we're only going to be here for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever. It's whenever the market gives us a call out. So on these sessions, I will not be forcing anything. If anything, we'll miss out on the trade, right? I'm not the type to, chase trades, or, I've worked on my patience a lot. And with that, I've built this discipline that has allowed me to, win at a consistent rate. And, it's just by waiting. It's just by being patient. So, it's been working for me. If I'm gonna continue to do, until the wheels fall off. Right. So if we do not see anything, we may be here until London session. So kick back, relax. We're gonna be chilling. I'm gonna play some music. We're gonna vibe out. Like I always tell people, like trading isn't for you to just sit here and look at the charts all day necessarily. Obviously, while I'm on the stream, I'm literally sitting here on the charts with you, but for the most part, I'm playing the game. I got on stream and I played the game before. As we wait for, I got my controller right here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If we wind up having to wait for a while, I may play the game. I'm eating. But if you ask questions, I'll answer them. If I do not see any questions, I will literally just kind of just sit here, because I'm explaining to you how to use this AI bot to make money. And then, like I said, if you have questions, ask, while I'm on the stream, and I'll answer it. Like, no question is a dumb question. You may have the same question that somebody else has, so feel like don't hesitate to ask questions. Yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna get right up into it. Okay, copy. All right, so yeah, so chill out, don't get too crazy. As far as like just being antsy, ready to just jump into a trade, I don't trade like that, and I know that there are some people that trade like that. That's not necessarily me. But if, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I just keep it super simple. Yeah, right. I wait for the setup, but obviously you can do your thing. Right. If you start seeing certain things in the market, have fun, to be honest. Do your thing. Um, but just for the stream purposes, I'm going to make sure I take the best setup possible. Um, with that being said, um, it is Asia, so I trade a little different at night than I do in the morning. So I'll kind of go over both, just so we could kind of see how it looks. Um, so just remind me, because sometimes I just start rambling. I may forget. Uh, but since we're here, I'll go over the scanner real quick. Just for those who already have this bot, you guys can start using it even if I'm not streaming, and you have an understanding of how to use it. So I hit a Discord. Let me just what's this the other one? Okay. Oh wow. All right. So we got somebody that just joined Discord. Hopefully they get on. Or hopefully they're on right now. See what's going on. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. If you have somebody who's also like trying to like figure out what it is that is going on with this, show them the YouTube. Um, for those people who are on the stream right now and aren't subscribed, subscribe. If you're watching this later, like and subscribe. It does help. Oh, okay. What will you be trading tonight? I'm trading NQ, and I'm gonna be trading. I'm gonna look at gold as well. So Nasdaq and gold. And futures is called NQ, and gold is GC. So if you see that at my top left, then yeah, you'll see that's what I'm be getting into. But like I said, I'm gonna be chilling, y'all. So, it's not one of those anti trading days, nothing like that. We're gonna wait for this call out from this bot. If you get in with me, let me know. Obviously, if you make some money, I'm gonna trade one contract at a time. I trade one contract on a mini, so it does move. It's I usually risk about I'm gonna say like $300 to $400. Depending on the trade, maybe five. And I take one or two trades. If not, I'm done for the day. If I lose, I'm done for the day. But if I win, same thing. I'll try to let it ride out. You'll see I'll trail my stop loss into profit, or I'll just hit break even. Then I may take another trade, but my daily goal is around uh, $200 to $300. I try to just get enough to get the payout. But obviously, if it's moving and I can make, you know, five, six, seven, close to or 1,000, obviously, like I said, I'll trail it. But we'll see how the night goes. Right now, it's 11 o'clock, so we're still in Asia. Market probably really doesn't like start moving and get volatile again until about London. But maybe we'll see a move. Before then. If not, like I said, we're chilling. We're chilling. So continue to ask questions, like, share, subscribe, and let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So I'm about to go into how to use the scanner. I'm gonna take my time because, like I said, I don't really expect the market to move until like probably like after midnight, maybe one or two. So I have been on a session all night before. By all means, hang out. We could talk about anything. You don't have to be just trading. Obviously, like, if the market isn't doing anything, then I'm not just going to be jumping into the trade. So yeah, feel free to ask whatever. I'll jump back and forth to the chats. But all right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, so if you have this bot, then this is how you would use it. Okay, this is how you would use the bot. All right, so for my traders or my people that have never traded before, right? These lines, these green and red lines are called candlesticks. Okay, they're called candlesticks, and they represent price in the market. All right, so right now the market is right here. This very last candle is where the market is right now. Um, and we're on the 5 minute time frame. So you can always tell what time frame I'm on by if you look up to the top left and you see whichever one is highlighted. So each of these candlesticks represent 5 minutes of time in the market. All right, so this red candlestick right here has a minute left before it closes, and you'll see that the next one starts up, and it's going to start another 5 minute time frame. All right, so when you see price, right, these candlesticks, if you see it above this white line, you see it above the white line, you want to look for longs or buys. Most people know what a buy is, but when you're trading futures, it's called longs. Okay, so I'm kind of going over terminology, and I'm gonna go very slow. All right, if I see something, I'll let you know what I'm getting in, and then I'll get back to where I was at. But as right now, we're good. Anyway, if we see price, these candlesticks, if we see it above the white line, we're looking for buys. All right. The second thing we're gonna look for is a green EMA. All right, so if it's green, we're looking for buys, obviously, as well. The next thing that we'll be looking for is a green arrow. Okay. Now we don't have. Oh, here's one. It's like a what you'll call a A+ setup when it comes to the scanner. It literally prints your entry and your exits for you. This one didn't necessarily hit the third target, but if we were to see this print, right? Like while in real time, right? Let's say like this 5 minute candle representing time, it ended, right? And then this next candle started. We already know that we're above the white line. We have this green EMA. We get the green arrow and a yellow candle, right? Once the yellow candle, this 5 minute candle, it closed, right? All this stuff will print out, right? It's going to tell you this is your entry. These are some targets that you want to hit, and then this is your stop loss, right? So I'm just going to show you what that would have looked like if we were to enter into that trade. Oh wow, we actually have something. It's not a A+ setup, but we can take trades off of this. Well, I'll get into that later. We're gonna wait for an arrow before we enter. All right, I'm not gonna get into that yet. It's a little bit more advanced, but for my people that are just now getting a scanner or they're just now getting access to the AI, you would enter into this trade at the yellow line. All right, so this 5 minute candle would end, and then this candle would start. So you would make your stop loss or your safety net where the red line is. So you're going to be risking about $180. And if you was to go to the first target, the very first target is $225, which is not bad within a 5 minute time frame, if you ask me. All right, you could hit the first target. This trade actually pushed up to the second target, so you could have made at least $365. It didn't necessarily hit the third target, right? But it went up as high as 740. Now, if I'm telling you, if you see this within that time frame that you see price going up, protect your trade. You will move your stop loss at break even or into profit at least, and either take your winnings that you see right away, or like I said, like you see this next candle, price decided to reverse and go back the other way. It'll stop you out either in profit or at your break even. All right, but the thing is, you have to understand, in 5 minutes of time, right? I always say this. In 5 minutes of time, you gotta like really sit here and think about real life, right? If somebody was to call you and say like, all right, I'm about to pay you, I exited out, but it was about $700. I'm about to pay you $700 to sit on your couch and click a button for 5 minutes. Most people would take that. Like, I don't know anybody in the world that would just kind of say no to that. Like, I don't know. All right, yeah. So you want me to sit on my couch for 5 minutes and you gonna give me $700? Bet. Like, that's how you gotta look at it. Like, come on. Like, and then you could be done. Like, and that's it. You're done. All right. Now, I like to say that the trade is invalid. It's still valid until um a candle closes like below the stop loss level. But just to keep it simple, if it hits your stop loss, it hits your stop loss. You risked $180 off of, if you have a funded account, off of about, well, you could have multiple, it's different funded accounts, but for the people that's tuned in with me, usually have like 50Ks or whatever. So, $180 on your 50K, that's not doing too much damage. All right. Now, like I said, this is an A plus setup. You could sit here and wait for these setups and not take anything else, and you'll be fine. But obviously, there's other ways to enter with um this scanner. So, you know, as you get a little bit more savvy and have an understanding of how to use it, you could take advantage of it. Is there any questions just based off of that? How do I get the buy and sell on the right side of your screen? Oh, how do you that's the DOM. You could click the DOM. So for me, it automatically comes up, but I trade my funded account on my trading view. So when I log into my account, it automatically comes up. So I'm not sure if if it's just not up there already. I'm not sure. Try like logging out and then coming back in. Or you could press the buy or sell buttons up here, like to the left, and it should pop up on the right side too. So like if I was to exit it out and then I press like buy, it will pop up without like I'm not gonna enter into the trade. It's gonna pop this. It's gonna pop up by itself. All right, if I click sell, it's gonna pop up. See what I'm saying? So hopefully that answered your question. Classic go. Oh, my boy Tim is here. I'm just not saying. Yeah, man. So yeah. Pretty much while we're on a session, I'll be waiting for a call out similar to that. And it works the same way to the downside. So I like trading it off it works for other time frames, but it's best fit for the 5 minute for anybody that's actually using the bot. If you want to get access to the bot and you don't have access and you're just watching, you can, like I said, join my Discord. Go to the welcome tab. It has everything that you need in there. And if you're still confused, just DM me. Well, not DM me. Write a message to me on my Discord though. Write a message to me on my Discord. I'll contact you. We'll lock in with each other. It'll be personal. And I can literally walk you through helping you create your accounts and setting up. And then obviously like I'll explain how to use this more. So I went over a buy. Hopefully that made sense to everybody. Um, we'll try to talk about a sell now. All right, this one didn't print a I'm gonna try to find like a good one. All right, so what day is this? This is Tuesday. All right, so basically, if obviously it's not today anymore, so this happened today, and it stayed up. I'm trying to find one that happened like in the past. All right, so basically, all right, it goes away because it doesn't want you to enter the trade anymore. But this would do the same. If you see a yellow candle, it did the same thing as what I just showed you for the buy, where it prints like with the yellow. Anytime you see a yellow candle, it did this, where it prints your stop loss and then your targets to hit. But obviously, that was the last one that it did, so it kept it up there. Um, but just to give you an example of like a sell, it's the same thing, right? So price is below the white line. You got a red EMA. You have the red arrow. You get a yellow candle, and then, like I said, just take the trade. Just if it's some, if you get the bot, um, just take the trade. Like I said, you don't want to risk. It'll give you a stop loss, but let's say I didn't get a stop loss. Like I said, I'm going to risk about 300 to 400 on the trade. That's just me personally. You could do less, but just off that one 5 minute candle from your entry, you that could have been a bag with no drawdown. It doesn't retrace at all, actually. Um, and anything in between that you can take. You don't have to wait for it to do this. You don't have to wait for it to get all the way down here in this 5 minute time frame. As soon as you see a number that you like, take it. Take it. All right. But it's pretty simple. You can take trades off of the arrow for reverses. So like this one here. But you would not get like the printout of a stop loss or targets. So like I said, you're taking a risky trade because you're going against the trend. But you can make a bag off of it if you are a savvy trader. All right, so you get a green arrow. Price did just bounce off of demand. These are like other things that you may have to look at before getting into a trade like this. Like, where is it coming from? So it did just bounce off a high level of demand. I mean, a strong demand level. Um, you can take the trade, but like I said, it's not as uh, strong. All right, so like I said, you want to risk about 300 to 400. So this one actually, it if you entered off of the candle, it pulls back about $400 before it actually starts making its way up. Um, so it's a little bit more of a riskier trade, but you can take that off the bot. And then one of the last ones that we have, let me go back to the question to make sure. I clicked Shift plus D and it popped up. All right, you just taught me something new. I never knew that. I saw it when you hovered over it. Oh, okay. So I did this. I hovered over this. Oh, okay. Shift D. Okay, Shift T. Tough. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. I'm trying myself. Let me see something. Shift D. Okay. Okay, but all right. So, but you really want the order to pop up. All right. So it's Shift T. Let's see. Let's see. That's tough. That's tough. Look at that, y'all. We learning. We learning. We learning together. That's tough. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Um. So I guess another way to enter off of the scanner are these breaks of structure. All right, these breaks of structure. Um, Obviously, right now would not be a good time because we're at a demand level. Usually, you would like to get into buys at demand levels, and you want to sell off of supply zones. So as you see here, the scanner called out a reversal as price was at a supply level. It has an arrow, a red EMA, but price is above the white EMA. So, one of our first rules is if price is above the white EMA, we're looking for buys, we're looking for longs. But because it is more of a reversal trade, yes, it's not an A plus setup, but you can make money off of this move. Like I said, if everything aligns, you have these order blocks behind price right here showing you like this red box is stronger than this green box, and you'll see that often. I'm gonna pop up on the screen. Um, just showing that more sellers are in control in this area. So we're in the supply zone. It's showing you that sellers are more in control. You get the red arrow. Um, You can enter off of this trade. You can. I like to wait just to see how price is moving. Um, and if I get like a good momentum like breakdown through the white EMA, then I'll enter. But you can take this trade. It's just like I said, it's not as uh, it's just not an A+ setup. All right, so you can use the bot how you please. These are just little ways that you can use the bot. But obviously, when it prints out something like this is like get in. Like, don't even think about it. This you kind of want to just see like how price is moving, the structure of it, and so on and so forth. All right. If price breaks through this demand and we get like a retest, I could see it printing an arrow. But until then, we'll cool our head and wait. But this is a pretty big move that's happening off of this break of structure trade right here. If we were to we'll change that. Enter off the break of structure. I'm not entering right now. I'm just showing you how it will look. Boom, break of structure off of this candle here. All right, so this 5-minute candle would have ended and we would have entered on this candle and then possibly been in profit right now where price is about 300. We could have been one and done. We could have been out just like that. We would have been done. But I do not like the area it's in right now. It's on the demand level. I could see price like pushing up off of this for buys. Just a little bit before selling again. But yeah, we'll see. There is some momentum coming in. As you see, it created another a supply zone. So we'll see. We'll see. We're not gonna force it. We're gonna make sure we get a good entry, and we're gonna leave with the bag tonight. For sure, for sure. There's endless opportunities in the market. Just don't have FOMO. Don't have FOMO. And for those of y'all that don't know what FOMO is fear of missing out. So if you ever hear me say FOMO, that's what I'm talking about. Don't have FOMO. Okay, so while we kind of like wait for something nice, we'll check the news. The news for the 19th, because okay, so at 2 a.m. It's no red folders. No red folders, nothing crazy should affect the market. But obviously at 2 a.m. London session starts and you start seeing news from there. Who knows? I don't think this orange folder is going to do anything, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So I use this website, Forex Factory, to check news. But if you've seen any of my videos, I don't do no research. I don't read articles. I don't do nothing with the I really don't care. I really don't need it to be honest. If you do like those things, by all means, it does help you. Like it does help you. But like I said, with this bot, I don't necessarily go too crazy with it. I just need to see if it is going to be some type of news. So, I know what the market is going to, what it might do at a certain time. I also check this. It's called FinViz. Because I trade in the NASDAQ, I kind of I just like to see like what it's looking like overall. So I'm gonna see. We got a few people tuned in. I saw it when you hovered. Oh, I'm reading the same thing. All right, so we got a few people tuned in. I'm gonna try to engage you guys with me, right? Does anybody know what NASDAQ is? Does anybody know what it is? And if you don't, you can just say no. I don't know what it is. I'll wait. We got all day. Well, all night, I would say. Oh, yeah, she's starting to try to dump. Bunch of companies. Okay, close. It is a bunch of companies, actually. It is. It's actually the top 100 companies in the US. All right, so you can see you got it says NVIDIA, you got Apple, you got Google, you got Meta, Amazon, Microsoft. Um, what else I see that I actually know off the rip? Tesla. It's a bunch of things up here that I haven't. Oh, I see Netflix. Um, yeah, I don't know all 100 companies. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be something that I'm gonna work on. So that way, every time I come on the stream, I'm gonna know another one, and I'm gonna name all 100 one day. That'll be lit, right? um, but yeah, so it's the top 100 companies um in one basket, right? And basically, it creates one price that you can trade off of. All right, which is the NQ for futures. All right, so all of those companies, the top 100 companies combined in one basket, creating a price. Man, that would have been a great trade. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna have FOMO. I'm not gonna have FOMO. But yeah, we could have been eating right now. I'm not gonna lie. But I got to show y'all how to use the scanner. I have to show y'all that first because that's more important. It's always gonna be trades. It's always gonna be trades to take. But yeah, so I use those two websites to kind of give me an idea of what the market is doing, how it's looking. So obviously right now, it's retracing, but that what was it? On this right here, it's showing you what like these companies did for the day, like in its entirety, like of the day. So, like overall, the market pushed up. And this afternoon it started coming down. Okay, so we'll see. It's only 11:35. If I'm being honest, I wasn't even expecting it to move like this early. But yeah, we'll wait for a little pullback and then we'll catch it on its way back down. But it isn't like a very strong demand level. So, you know, I don't really want to touch it. I would bet that on the 1 minute time frame it called out this sell. I would bet that. But I don't take trades off for the 1 minute. It's not a strong enough time frame. It's very erratic. But it does work. It does work at times. Let me see. Just to take a look. Okay, so it closed something out in the 1 minute. But I don't, you know, I guess you would have hit your third target, but it would have been nasty. Definitely use the 5 minute. Let me back. I ain't even show y'all that. So yeah, look on the 1 minute. The 1 minute it did close something out. Like I said, it never closed above the stop loss, so it would have been valid to stay in it, and it could have hit your third target. But like I said, I don't take trades off the 1 minute. It's very it's very erratic. It doesn't necessarily. Still could have ate, obviously, but yeah, we'll wait for the 5 minute to call out a better setup. But yeah, once you have the buy, it's really just about your entry for real. You just want to have a good entry. You make a couple hundred, get out, and then go about your business. So yeah, let's go. A really good site you'll like, bro, is Slick Charts. Shows weightings for all the three main indices or indexes. It's called Slick Charts. Slick Charts. I'll type it in. Slick Charts. Slick Charts. Slick Charts. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'll just click on NASDAQ real quick. Okay, let me share this with you guys. So somebody said in the chat, a really good site is Slick Chart. So we're on Slick Chart right now. I'll tell you this about Slick Chart so far. It tells you the name and the abbreviation of all of the companies. And okay, so PEPs. See, I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't trade stocks, y'all. I don't trade stocks at all. I put my money in some crypto and I trade futures. And that's pretty much it for me. I keep it very simple. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I did know this. I knew this. Airbnb. This is dope. This is dope. Maybe I could use this to learn all of the the top 100 stocks and Nasdaq. Shouts out to who was that? Simon Alexander. Shouts out to the example Nvidia makes up almost 30% of NAS. Yeah. So that's another thing about with Finviz as well. So like the bigger the box, the more like that is kind of like giving you a idea of which company makes up more of the Nasdaq. As you get smaller, you see it, the percentages are a little lower. But it's all in all, it's pretty much a similar site. Like, you can see if you really look at it, you could tell like, okay, obviously most of these are green right now for the day. The bigger companies are greener for the day, which will push it up. And I guess it's what you're talking about with the weight, like how much weight it holds. Yeah, so you know, as you start going down, you start to see like, all right, these companies aren't really affecting Nasdaq as much. But that's cool, man. I'll keep that site in mind. The Slick Charts. I'll keep it in mind. All right. How do you pull up your TP example on a chart? So let's go to the chart. When you say TP example, you like all I'm doing is like I'm instead of me going at market execution, I'm just going to limit and then I'll whatever like price that I would see myself entering or exiting, or like when I'm going through my examples, I just put it at that price. And then you pretty much just drag the stop loss. Like obviously if you're in a sell, you drag your stop loss up to kind of gauge like, okay, like if I was to enter into this trade at this price, I would want my safety net here based off of market structure or whatever. Okay, I'm risking X amount of dollars now. And then vice versa. Like if I was to let the trade do its thing from my entry, how much would that be, etc. And do the same thing on my fish tank just did something weird. I don't know what that was about. I'm tripping. All right, my fish is good. Yeah, and that's pretty much how you do that. Hopefully that answered your question. How do you plug the TV? Did I answer your question, Marv? Superman? Fash. I don't know what fash means. What's fash, y'all? Or for sure? For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I good at it. Yeah. NQ trying to leave us though. I'm not gonna lie. NQ trying to leave us. Nah, for sure, for sure. Oh, you know what's crazy? Well, y'all can't see my screen when I'm looking at the comments. When I go off of it, it just say fash. It just say fash. And then when I'm hovering over the that comment itself, it say for sure, which is crazy. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Where's the remote to the TV? I wanna play some music for her. Damn, I might have moved it to the other room. Let me see if I actually before I really get into chill mode, let me check gold real quick too, just in case. We may be close to something setting up as well over there. Oh wow. Nah, this what gold was doing all day? Nah. Who was making money off of gold today? Because this is crazy. I was at the parade. Oh, excuse me. I was at the parade today, like pretty much all day. Oh my gosh, at 10 o'clock? That's when the parade started. Yeah, it hit TP2, target price 2, or take profit 2, whatever you want to call it. Pull back a little bit, but either way, like started dumping. Sheesh. Like literally. Like these are like the trends that you want to like make money off of. When you see it, it's literally going down. Like it's not moving sideways, nothing. Like like this, I ain't gonna lie. That trade right there, this is what that trade was doing. I'm gonna show you what that trade was doing. Yo, don't judge me. First of all, YouTube about to flag me because I'm about to play music again, and they just been flagging your boy almost every trip. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear my music? Can I even hear the music for real? All right, this is what that trade did. Don't judge me, y'all. Hold on. Well, I have muted it. I just muted it. Don't judge me. It's an old school. This is old school right here. I can hear this. This the first thing I thought about when I seen this market design. What? I can hear you hear my music? Let me say the blue thing. I'm playing too much. Let me see. I'm gonna let it rock. Just do what you do. Yeah, that's what this trade was doing. It was going down. All right. NQ is eating through the demand, trying to do his thing. I want to see like a pullback and then a drop down after eating through his demand. Um, Hopefully they didn't leave us. If it did, like I said, I'm about to just rock out anyway until we find like a good setup. I haven't heard this song in years. I ain't gonna lie. Time and the place. All right, that's enough, young jock. I ain't gonna lie. That's enough, young jock, man. Young jock. Yeah, that was young jock's premiere on the live stream for real. He don't really get too much play. I'll tell y'all that much. But I don't know why. That was the first song that popped up in my head when I seen that chart just now. Cause that's crazy. Like that's fake OD. Like all day. Imagine you really got in at 10 o'clock and it was just this is wild. I felt like I mean I feel like I could catch it, but I'm so disciplined. I'm too disciplined now. Too disciplined, yo. So the all right, so in a trade like this, right? Let's say you woke up, boom. Maybe you didn't wake up at 10 o'clock and you missed this move, whatever, right? And then later on through the day, you seeing it's just it just continues to tank, right? It keeps going down, whatever. And you still want to get an entry, but you're not necessarily getting an arrow. All right, you have these marker structure breaks right here, and you have what you call break of structure. All right, now someone asked me not too long ago, like, what's the difference? All right, so really, market structure breaks, like when you see this, it's trying to tell you that there's a potential reversal in the market, right? But that doesn't mean that's actually happening. Like it's not going to be. It's not saying that it's saying potential, right? It's not saying that that's what's happening, but you can use that level to kind of play. Uh, you could kind of to play off of it. So this one started here at this level, right? So price came down and then it reversed, right? So when price came back to it, it was just letting you know that not too long ago it hit this level and it reversed. Now the break of structures are when price um create it's similar, but it is actually very different. So price came here, it's at this level, like right here, where you see the line start. Price is here. Uh it played off of it, meaning like it wasn't necessarily like a reversal, right? So with this one, it came and it bounced off of it, right? Like it reversed, like like an immediate reverse. And then went up. Here, it just sat at a level, like like the price just kind of sat at a level. And then when this candle broke that level, that's all it's saying. So it's similar, but it is very different. So again, like price came at this level. This was once the low of the market. Price didn't necessarily push past it, but then on this candle, it did. So it created a break of structure. All right, that may be confusing to some people, but like once you get it, it's very helpful when it comes to entering. Same thing here. Um, price like hit a low, and this candle broke through it, so it created a break of structure. Um, and then now, obviously, you could have played off of that and took that down, but yeah. So if we see another one, then that'll be cool. But we did see one on NQ, and I decided to wait, but obviously I want to take the best trade possible. So I didn't want to just hop on the session because this literally happened like 15 minutes into the session. I was still kind of just trying to get things together. But obviously, like if you're home and you're not doing anything, you got your chart open. Like I said, you playing a game or you're cooking or you're cleaning, you're doing whatever, you just got it open. You don't got to sit there and watch the chart. But if you start seeing some of this stuff happen, like take a look back, like look back and see how the market is doing, or look at the higher time frames to see what the market is actually doing. Obviously, it's been selling. Um, so the 15-minute actually called this. This is at 15. Okay, so yeah, we could start seeing the market start to push down, but we want to get out of this demand level. Um, but yeah, so like I said, we first got on, we had this break of structure candle. Don't hesitate. You see it happening, it broke the level. It has to find another level once it breaks. So I like to explain this too. So if we don't have the bot, right? Price likes to do what you call like go from the floor to the ceiling, from the floor to the ceiling, floor to the ceiling. All right, so it creates these floors and these ceilings by where price taps multiple times. So, like I said, like we could look at this area here. We see price hit this level here, 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 multiple times, right? So if we was to mark it up, you know, we can create a floor, and then let's say price hit here and here, or here and here multiple times. So whatever your eyes see, you can do this, and now it's a ceiling. All right. So in between this, you have your floor and you have your ceiling, right? If price breaks through this level, it now becomes the ceiling, but it has to find another floor. All right. So price has hit here. See, these are some weird areas, but it's according to your eyes. All right. I like this area right here. A lot of price action here in this level. Oh, and it's actually where we're at right now. And that's probably why it's struggling to like push through. And that's also probably why this is what you call a major demand level, because price is here and, it's struggling to break through this level. Because in the past, right, every time it's hit this level, it shot up, it went back up. So either it's going to break through this level and go all the way down to the next level, or it's going to play around here and then go back up. All right, which is why it's a demand level. Now, these white lines are at a specific price right now, but it's just areas, right? So I'm making a line, but really you have to look at it more of like a area. Like it's not an exact price. So it'll look like when you look at it more like this, like okay, create you an area of price to be in, you know, create you an area of price to be in. But like I said, this is like a manual version of trading, just so I can like show you, okay, what price is doing. And this is why the bot comes in handy, because you know what? I'm going to leave this up, but just to kind of show you, this is probably a supply. I don't know. I could be wrong, but this is probably a supply zone and this is probably a demand zone from the bot. Okay, I was close. All right. The bot used this as a supply zone, but this is very much so it can be used as a supply zone as well, right? You see prices reacting here, and use this level to bounce off. All right, and obviously this is demand zone. We all seen this, right? So yeah, that's how that works. Let me know if that makes sense. Can breakup structures go up? Yeah, you can have breakup structures that go up. So I mean, you have some here, like actually, like right before this call out, it was a breakup structure. Boom, and you basically take the trade up. Same thing here. So you have one here, but price didn't really respect it. So it did break. It was a break of structure, but then that candle reversed. So it's not necessarily always like the best time to trade off of it. But this was at opening bell, so like this was just going to be erratic anyway. This was opening bell. Like you don't. This is a different time to trade. It's way more volatile during this time to trade. And like, oh, okay, I did say that at the beginning of the session. I was going to show you because it is a little different. Trading opening bell, as far as like how I enter and exit trades during that time of day. The New York session is way more volatile, and I do what you call a 15-minute opening range break. So the first 15 minutes of the opening bell, I I don't enter anything. Price is digging. Hopefully we don't get left tonight. I ain't gonna lie, that would suck. Um, yeah, if it breaks this demand level, I could see it getting exhausted, pulling back, and then coming down to this one. It is now 12 o'clock. 1 minute, it'll be 12 o'clock, or 30 seconds, I should say. See what the higher time frames are looking like. Okay. We aren't in the greatest of areas. Like I said, obviously we could have took this trade, but very dangerous, not gonna lie. So close to the demand zone. Price could have easily just shot back up. So not mad at myself for being patient. If you did get in this trade, then shouts out to you. If you did cut yourself, shouts out to you. All right, I gotta play music, y'all. Y'all let me know if it's too loud. What's the vibe I'm feeling right now? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? Oh, I think it's my vibe right now, y'all. Oh man, yo, we would have. Oh man. Oh, that's annoying, y'all. That's so annoying. Like my thing is, even if I was to jump into it, right, we could have still made money. But I know if I would have did that, price would not have went in our favor. It would have been pulling back and doing all kind of stuff. I ain't into that business right now. I'm good. All right, so look, price just broke through that demand level. You can see it create like a big break of structure. So the break of structure started from over here. That's what I was saying. Like once it breaks this, like the floor is gonna be crazy. So it's no rush. It's a lot of money to be made in this area. So what you said we about to break the market? I like that. You talking? YouTube gonna flag me for real. Let's go. Oh man, this is craziness. There's another breaker structure here. Off for 1 minute, but you know, never late to the party. I'm chilling, y'all. Mhm. Mhm. Oh my TV remote is. She acting up. It hit midnight and into acting up. I know gold going crazy too. Hold on. Jeez. They're going in the same direction. They usually go opposite. No news or nothing going on at this time. All right, so we got this like breaker structure here. I'm gonna start plotting on it. So that way, if I do see momentum going in the direction I want it to go, I will take the trade. But I don't even want to make like nothing crazy for real. But if I get a good entry, you know, it could be a good day. The way the market is moving. So I'm gonna flip back and forth through the 5 and the 1 minute, just for entry purposes. I am gonna base my trade off of the 5 minute time frame. Just a little pullback. Hopefully, we can get it to pull all the way back, so that way the entry gets even better. So obviously, if my entry's here, then I can move everything back. As far as my risk, so if I'm being honest, I want to like this right here. If I can get an entry around where the breaker structure is, back to the downside, then that's like the perfect setup, right? But I don't think it's gonna go all the way back this way. If it does, better for us, because then we can get a clear indication of price moving back down. Right? We can get a clear indication of price moving back down this way. So let's see. Let's see. Let's hope it gets up there. And then I won't even have to take it all the way down to the next demand level, bro. We could, I'll trail it, but even it just coming back to this level, obviously from the entry here, that's a ban for the night. Let's just see what these next candles do. Like I said, I'm gonna flip back and forth to the 1 minute just to see, like, okay, if we can get like a price to move up and then a nice engulfing candle on the way back down, then I'll just take my chances on that trade. Um, so I would like, you know, for price to come up to the point where it gives us an arrow. Like I want to come up to a supply zone and then it gives us an arrow. That's like that would be the best trade. I gotta help you stay disciplined, y'all. You ready? Then in the Rejections, you start the flag, getting it. Why did it take for? Why does it take for in order to place? Will that mess us up? Why does it take for in order to place? Or what does it take for order to place? But like if you do a limit order, why does it take so long to place an order? A limit order? Well, I'm not actually entering in as if I enter, it's gonna be a market execution, right? So I'm gonna switch it to market execution. I'm gonna get in right where price is at. I just used the limit to show you like, all right, if price can come back up here, this will be like our odds. Like, this is what I would risk and what I'm trying to gain from, you know, that price level, right? But like when I enter, it's gonna be at market execution. So wherever price is, that's what I'm gonna enter. Like, I mean, if we being honest, you know, me just entering right now for a sell is like, yeah, it's going down, but I could, all right, so it's so many times where I'm right. Like I'm right about the trade and I'm right about the direction. I just got in too early. Like, and I meaning like I got in too early for like the market itself. Like, um, I could be getting in for the sell right now, and then it's pulling back, and then it takes me out at my safety net number, and then it decides to come back down. So I just got in too early, in that case. It wasn't that I was wrong on the trade. I was, but I just entered too early. That's where my caution um, comes from, right? It's not that you couldn't enter or the time frame of what it is to enter and exit trades. Like I said, technically the goal is to find that time of the day for anybody. Find that time of the day that you have for free, right? And then if you want to sit on your computer and watch it for an hour, and you say, if I don't see anything during that hour, then I don't see anything. Close your computer and then go and watch your day. Or, right, you can do what you do during your leisure time when you're home, and you can keep the chart up and do what you do. And then as you periodically look at it, you're looking for certain confirmations. And when you see those confirmations, you enter the trade, and you know, even then, it's you can play it how you want to play it. You can make the money that uh, you're planning on making for your daily goal, getting out, or if you want to trail it to see how much you can make. You enter into the trade as it gets away from your entry, you start to trail it, and then if it just continues to go down, you trail it on its way, and we go about it like that, you know, or trail it until it hits your target, your stop, um, your take profit levels. So there's multiple ways that you can go about it, but as far as like, I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly, but you're saying how long? Yeah, like it's not like a time frame. It's not like I could have been into the trade. As soon as we got on, I could have just said, "All right, yo, we just gonna get in for sales right now," and then yeah, we would have won. But like realistically, like that's not something. Like I said, for me, it's not duplicatable. Meaning, like if I'm gonna sit up here and I know that there's other people that may be entering into trades with me, I'm not just gonna get into anything. If I was by myself and I just felt like gambling today, then but I haven't had success doing that. I haven't had success just entering and exiting trades like over a period of time. Like I may like have like a winning day. I may even go a whole week winning like that. But like the consistency behind it is not. I'm more consistent as far as like how much I make and what I'm making when I'm very precise entries and exits. You know, and I try to do that, especially while I'm streaming because it's stuff. Like I said, it's recorded. You know, it's it's backtracked. Like I said, even though we're on the live stream right now, there may be a couple of other people who view this later, and they're still trying to learn. I don't want to lead them into the wrong direction. What a gambler would do when it comes to trading, I guess. But I don't even want to say gambling because everybody just trade different. Like, yeah, so it's not even like that is gambling. It's just my style is a little bit more slower compared to other people. But I find more success in doing it that way. Me personally, maybe one day I'll I'll get better at that. But you know, the times that I've had my payouts and I started like seeing money coming into my account consistently, it was me kind of like just taking my time. Which goes back to my saying. I've been saying it on every stream, and I ain't even say it yet. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast, y'all. Telling y'all, telling y'all. Cause yeah, you can run it up. You can make. I don't even want to put a number on it because what I'm doing right now is pennies compared to some people. If we being honest, like some people making 10,000, 20,000 a day, 100K. They making 200K in a day, like in a day. You know. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of. All right, so we got a little pullback. We get an engulfing candle. I'll take my chances, even though an arrow's not up there. Um, I'm gonna go based off my knowledge, my own trading knowledge. So hopefully the trading guys don't do me dirty. But we're gonna take a good trade before anything. Um, but yeah, like so that with that being said, yeah, I'm not like a crazy shooter. I'm more like a sniper. Like I'm not like the Rambo guy. Like I'm not busting into the room, going crazy. I'm the guy that's chilling. And I'm picking people. Well, I said picking people, but like I'm picking trades off, like, and everybody trying to figure out where I'm at. That's what I do to markets. I'm just trying to snipe the market, get in, get my piece, get out, I'm done. I was never there. Like I move more like that. See, and like anti me, like a me in the past, I would have entered that trade thinking that okay, it's engulfing the next one. Um, it's gonna keep dropping. But it wasn't enough confirmation for real. Don't get me wrong, I still make mistakes, I still lose. But the goal is to win the day. So like if I take a loss, I'll risk the very minimum, and then for the day, maybe I get into another trade and I make more than what I just lost and some, and now I end the day in profit. Also, a winning day to me is entering into a trade, and then let's say it goes into profit, you go break even, and then you know like you go break even with your stop loss, and then the trade decides to come back. So you don't make the money that you've seen in like on your screen, and this breaks you. It breaks even basically. Also, sure, you break even. Um, that's a winning day to me too. I didn't lose, so you know you can trade every day, but every day to me is not a trading day. If your setup doesn't like happen, then you don't have to trade. Like it's not like you don't have to trade. I never like grew up and was like, "Yeah, I want to be a master trader. I want to sit in front of charts all day. I want to go to Wall Street." I never said that. I never thought that. But when I was introduced to this, I thought it was. very interesting, like how the money is being made, and I wanted to have knowledge on it. And you know, I still try to keep it as simple as possible because I don't want to know everything that I don't need to know. Um, obviously, when you start getting involved, you want to learn, right? Especially when you have some success without knowing anything, it's crazy. So you naturally just like start learning more and more and more. Um, but yeah, I realized I don't want to sit on the charts all day through that process. And so I'm like, all right, what ways can I get my piece of this $1 million market and not spend so much in the chart. So I thought in order for you to be successful, you just have to sit here and trade all day. Not the case. The guys who are making a lot of money trading, they don't sit in front of charts all day. And the ultimate goal is to, know, obviously you have that time freedom that you want, if that's something that you want to do, or just extra income. I turned this game on and I still don't know where the remote is. I'm about to go find it because I want some water. All right, so we're getting the pullback that we want, and we obviously know that the market is going down. So we're gonna try to catch this sell here. Matter of fact, I think it's a good move. I think it's a good play. Yeah, that's right. I don't have an arrow, but I am gonna like call it, and I'm gonna miss out on a good move. They may have a little bit more pushing up to do before selling. I see some momentum on the way down. I am gonna try to catch it, get my daily goal, and you know protect the trade. I'm not gonna necessarily say I'm just gonna get out, but depending on how it looks, I think, like I said, with us being patient, 'cause usually that's what happens. You get like antsy and you rush it, and then you get to the point where you rush it so much that now you don't even have nothing to trade with because you done either blew your account or hit your daily loss limit. Now when the trade is actually going in your direction, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you was right the whole time, but this entry messed you up. So obviously we know that price is going down. It's going to continue to go down. We just have to wait for it to do what it is that we want it to do. We're not going to chase it. Don't have to. Thing he owns. It's such a long day. Really got up mad early. The next parade was OD. That was an experience of a lifetime, man. All right. I have fresh at command level. Command level. Too much stuff on this candle. Let me check the questions. I haven't checked questions in a while. Slow, smooth as fast. Yup. Facts. If you remember that, like I ain't gonna lie, it was 120. Oh, somebody made some money. You got in and out of there. Hmm. Take advantage, man. Take advantage. Take advantage of everything you see, and if you see in something and like I said, you catch a good entry, speak up. You- Don't mind me. I'm just I'm here for the vibe anyway. I'm definitely gonna get me a good trade in tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I like the way the market is. It's really trending. It's not moving sideways. It's trending right now. These pullbacks to know, by all means, by all means, don't be afraid to shoot. But like I said, just understand which direction the market is going. Try not to go against the market. Be the boss. Let me check this one more time. Okay, push this up off of this. I just want like some kind of confirmation. I just want to see like give me a nice arrow, something. I might have missed GC. GC probably gave one. Not yet. We're getting a little pullback from GC. But if you could tell, right? So it goes down, then starts moving sideways. You get your breaker structures, goes down. It's a little retest. Like you can catch this stuff. Starts moving sideways, drops. Sideways, 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 drops. Sideways, drops. Crazy. So these sideways movements, it's starting to move like, sideways or going up, if we're patient enough, we'll catch it when it breaks structure, and then we'll catch those drops. Or that's that one. Price is the top of these levels, they're exploring the ceilings, don't go back to the ceiling. I don't know how down, this up tonight. I had this on a minute. That's a lot. See what's up right now. I'll be like not even a one to one. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Yeah, it's just start moving sideways, and then once you start getting those breaks to the downside, we're gonna shoot, y'all. Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water. I'm on my couch, on my laundry, folding clothes. They said I'm motherfucking. Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing what I gotta do for me and you. Oh, wait, Marquez. I made a quick 120. That's tough. That's lit, man. We're getting closer and closer to London. I'm about to start moving this to like, I don't know. I just feel like it's mad late, but you know, is what it is. I'm gonna start moving this to London session. Um, where I'll probably get on at like midnight or 1 o'clock. That way, at maybe like that first 30 minutes, I'll explain the scanner. But then right away we'll get that volatility from the market. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I do like this move. Oh, I needed that. I be crushing these water bottles. I crush these like OG. I won't, but and we eat and taking these chances. My head to the sky, my feet on the ground. I don't know. I'm supposed to be playing some New York songs because the Knicks parade was today. Or nah, it's over because it's 12 a.m. It's the next day already, right? Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna do one. We're gonna get one of them in there. I could see a breaker structure right here. Okay. If you got it up here and you got early entry and you should be eating looking pastry, all white Lexus. BK is from Texas. I'm on that boy Biggie. And I got my boys with me. Matos. Give me how far that I'm most definitely on. There's nothing you can do. Got a breaker structure on in 1 minute. That's out of business. Damn, I'm on famous Yankee cat. People in the crypto. All right, 50 seconds till this candle closes. See what it does. So it is in the area where price is bounced off of fast. I can see it breaking these levels. I was hoping that this push back up was a little further, touching the EMAs. As you see, when it touches the EMAs, that's when you get the arrows. But if it were to pull back, touch this EMA, supply zone level, we'll get that arrow for the push down. Take some time, you know. But like I said, the that we're gonna make in that time frame. All right, no problem. The candle started. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Not your in style. I may just take the risk, but I don't know. Am I getting impatient or I wait for the arrow? Which I think is train about that. Don't. Oh, made of. There's nothing you can't do. Ray was so lit, y'all. Like, I don't go out much. I don't be doing nothing too crazy. Like literally millions of people in one, millions of people in the city, yo. People was out there since the night before. Oh, nah. See, people was bugging, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. This is why I say you should know how to do pull-ups. Stop playing with. Yo, yo, boy cracked his head trying to do too much. Yo, it was bugging out there in the city. I ain't gonna lie. It was bugging in the city, y'all. Hold on, I just seen a song that I haven't heard in a while, and I like it. Hold on. It's a classic, y'all. It's a classic. Uh huh. Uh huh. Well, cracked his head. Cracked his head, yo. No, that's not even funny. That's not funny. It's alright. Should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. Even though I'm how you put that thing on me, I can't let you pass up me. Even though I how you put that thing on me, I can't let you pass me, pass up me. I think I'm about to shoot y'all. I don't know. For real though, I don't know. Even though how you put that thing on me, I can't let you pass up me. Even though you put that thing on me, I can't let you pass up me. For 3, 2, 1, Carolina Blues. Mhm. Six. Mhm. Okay, man. Maybe a little pressure bust pipes. I like that. It's not moving up, even though I put that thing on, I can't let you pass up. Oh, all right, y'all. I'm shooting. We're um in Q. Oh, whoa, whoa, hold on. I put a sell in, man. Let me go market execution. We're gonna go market X. No, don't leave. All right, I enter shorts. I enter shorts, y'all. Hopefully, we won't get cooked. Might get cooked. Guess we're not waiting for the arrow. Yeah, whatever you need me, on me, to put it on you. Can't wait for the arrow. So what? Man. Mm, mm, down. Well, we're not letting go. Mm, mm, mm. If you take a look on this trade, I'm gonna get on another one. But we're gonna wait for the arrow for the next one. But if she dumped for us, like right now, we're gonna be in and out of there with the, you know what I'm saying? Oh, real quick. I know you're tired of being lonely. I think the girl put it on. We're gonna give it a little bit more breathing room, and then we'll move the break even. Hopefully she don't cook us. Hopefully she don't cook us, man, 'cause only do it all true. Only thing about you. I know you're tired of being alone. Oh, yeah. Let me go. Yeah. It's okay. I feel like you know, my love, if I'm yours, my great man, treasure, everything is amazing. I don't know, y'all. I know you're tired of being lonely. Baby girl, put it on there. I know you're tired of being lonely. Baby girl, put it on there. Oh man, because it's moving so slow, if it comes up and tags that fair value gap, then that's probably what it is. There we go. Hey, I'm so tired of being alone. Would I be if it weren't for you? Tired of being alone. Come on, let's go. Let's hit the daily goal so we can get up out of here, man. Cause I didn't wait for the arrow, y'all. I didn't wait for the arrow. Let's go. Break a structure. Hold on. Hold on. This is what we about to do for real. We gonna go to break even. This is how you trade for real. This is how you start trading for real. Boom. We're gonna move this so we can make some more money. But it's break even. Either it's gonna keep going or we're gonna break even. Like we're not gonna win nothing, but I'm cool with that. Or we could just take. What we doing, y'all? What we doing? I'm hyped now. I'm hyped. Stop playing. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. It's hard to lose when you take your time. I'm telling you. Let me not talk too soon because it could just literally come back and then take me out the trade. But who here with me? Who see what's going on right now? It's either we breaking even or we making money tonight. All you had to do just a little bit of patience. I didn't even like this trade for real. I didn't like it. I didn't like it for real. I still really don't like it, but we got a nice little breaker structure. I got in before it popped, but you know, I should take my money. I should just be done. I ain't gonna lie. We got a minute and 30 seconds left for this. Let's see what the 1 minute candlesticks are doing. I'm gonna really give it room though. I'm gonna just go like real loud break even, just in case it wants to come up a little bit. Come on. Every time we get stopped out break even, y'all, I'll take my money. What we doing? Y'all, we might get stopped out break even. I got too hype, y'all. All right, we're gonna find another entry though. Whole point is we didn't lose. We either gonna win or we gonna win. See, we let the daily go. We should just take it. We should take it, y'all. Come on, talk to me. Nobody talking to me. I ain't gonna lie. Can't do this alone. I gotta do this with the game. I don't even know this song for real. I thought by the time I come back. Oh, yeah, here we go. Back to the old school games. Okay. Yeah, we might get. Yeah, I got hype for no reason. Yeah. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's like a break even. Stop out. I don't know. You gotta stop out break even, y'all. I got hype. See what happened when you don't take your money? I could have took my 400 and been done for the day. I know what different than yours. Yeah, I'm entering again though. I'm waiting for the arrow. Really like what you done to me. So we got went break even. So did I lose on the break even? Oh nah, $21. Break even was 21. But this is where I really want to enter. These are good entries because we're close to the EMAs. Oh, this is right now. So we're getting a break of structure on a 5 minute now, right? I wanna enter again. Uh I wish my entry was a little higher. Um yeah. I wish I had a higher like the entry at the break of structure. Like showing a little bit more momentum now. But like I said, I can see price coming down to these demand levels here, if anything. Right. So this time if we hit the daily goal, I'm really gonna be out. I can't yeah. Oh, hold on. She tweaking again on this. Hold on. Hold up. We gonna protect this trade right here. Nice. Back at it, y'all. We back in profit, y'all. I'll tell you one thing. I didn't get the entry that I wanted. I'll tell you that. Bias. Nah, you gonna take me out again, yo? Again, yo? Or tomorrow. Bias. Uh, bias. Bias. It's about to hit 1 o'clock. I can see it's probably gonna stop me out again. But 1 o'clock. It's the top of the hour, bro. Just drop, bro. There you go. Good. I don't know if I want to do it. I feel like the third time's a charm, meaning like, you know, there we go. I just, oh yeah, we're gonna hit TikTok. We're going crazy. I gotta record this. We did 60 minutes session. I'm gonna turn up. I ain't gonna lie. Let me just move my oh, can I move my stop? Playing with me. I just wanna move my stop up. We're gonna secure the daily goal at least. But we're gonna let it we're gonna try to let it ride out to TP. Take the money? I wish you take the money. Alright. We're not playing because this is the second time I played around with it, right? Look, I need that book. I needed that. Thank you. You told me to take the money out. That's the only one I took the money. That's really so. I appreciate you. We done for the day. Oh, been done. We were supposed to be done the first time that happened. I stopped out. Sheesh. So what? It felt to me, it feels like a long time, but when you really look at it, right, from 11, 12, so that's all right. 11 to 12, that's 1 hour. 12 to 1. So in 2 hours, you want to sit here and talk about like the session itself. The session itself made $500 on the session, y'all. Made $500 in 2 hours. Y'all tell me, like, is that good money? Man, it would have smacked the TP too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad I took. I should have taken the first one. Made 500 on the session, and like in total of the stream, it's literally it just hit 2 hours of stream. But in terms of the trade, we're in this trade for one, two, three, four, 5, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Let's stop this. my YouTube video is already gonna get flagged. 7 minutes, we was up. We're up 500 off of that trade. Or unless you want to minus the 21 that I got stopped out on the break even, whatever, right? But we was up on that too. I could have just took that. Imagine I took that, then we got in again, took it, I ain't into all that. But that's pretty much what it is, y'all. You set a period of time throughout your day where you can sit down and kind of like, chill out. And obviously it was multiple trades. There was so many trades that we could have entered in. Look, I'm tired, yo. But it was mad trades that we could have entered. Mad trades we could have entered, yo. And no, shout out to you, because you told me to take, and now look at the price. Retracing. Give it, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If a little retracement to it come back down. But yo, that's it. You set some time out today. It just so happened to be 2 hours for me today. But you gotta remember, I'm on stream trying to show you guys how to use this. If you're just opening up your laptop and, like I said, doing what you gotta do, you periodically come check this. It's not even gonna feel like 2 hours of time. If I'm not on stream, I could be playing my game this whole time, like playing 2K or something, or chilling with my kids or whatever. Because you got access to this stuff on your phone too. Like you can literally, you got Trading View on your phone. You can trade on your phone. I don't recommend it. I feel like it's better to like sit down and lock in, or like not like watch the charts, but like sit down, like basically like having like your area where okay, this is what I'm doing. And obviously if you're on the go, take advantage of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, however you want to look at it, in 2 hours you made $500. Like think about that. It feels like a long time in the trading world because you know how much you can make in a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You know, it feels like a long time in the trading world, but like you got to think like, bro, I'm not trying to be no master trader. I just need a couple dollars so I can go do what I want to do with my kids and my family. You know what I'm saying? So if you're consistent, you get these payouts. Just one payout every month can make a difference in your life. Like, especially if you're like new to this. So, like I said, y'all seen here, obviously the scanner is telling me that the market has been selling. Just follow the trend. Obviously just get a good entry. We didn't even really take a trade off the arrow, right? But we were able to take a trade off of the break of structure, which is also an opportunity. It wasn't necessarily like an A+ setup, but you see, we still was able to do some things. So if you have this bot, you know, run it up. If you don't have this bot, my link is in the Discord. If you need help creating accounts, anything like that, like I said, hit me up. Um, just join the Discord in general. The Discord is free. Come in there, talk your talk. If you make some money or other ways, as far as trading anyway. Talk about it. Talk about the trading. Like talk about your journey. You know, and let's continue to build. Let's continue to grow. You know, um, man, like I said in the beginning of this, God is good, yo. He really is. Because I was not supposed to know this information. I was not supposed to learn this. But he put me in a position to, and I don't really know too many other things, like this. This is pretty different. So I don't know. I'm not the smartest person in the world, y'all. I'm gonna say it every single time. A lot of y'all are smarter than me, a lot smarter than me, and y'all can make a lot more money than me. But lock in, learn how to use the scanner, and y'all get to it for real. If you got any questions, like I said, go in Discord, and ask. But hopefully you guys was able to make some money with me today. and see, how simple the scanner is to use. Um, Other than that, London session is about to start in 1 hour, but we got our bag already. We don't need to wait for the volatility. So yeah, man. Hope y'all learned something. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord the next time I stream. This is it for me for the week. I don't trade on Fridays, so this is technically my Friday. And yeah, man. God bless y'all. We'll be back. We'll be back. We're on a roll right now. We'll be back though. Be back with another banger. All right. Where's that doctor's pay? Man, oh man. Y'all be safe out here. Y'all keep educating yourselves. Keep learning, keep getting better every day. And I'm gonna see y'all at the top.